Yes, I am just an idiotic, stupid dog. And you know, one of the great graces of my life is I was gifted verbalization. I was given a collar by the man. He bought it online from Guadalupe or Guadalajara. I'm not sure. When it came in the mail, he put it on me. I instantly was able to talk. That's my whole background story in a nutshell. But once you learn to talk, all of a sudden, you become more cognizant. You realize what's going on around you. And then because you can talk, all of a sudden you realize talking is the greatest gift in the world, but the verbalization comes with the absolute greatest gift in the world is you can hear. Once you can hear and understand the language of the human beings, and then you can, internalize, you can become educated, your IQ could rise. It doesn't really rise, but your total body of knowledge, your understanding increases. Then once you verbalize and you can hear and you can understand speech, because you have the gift of speech, you can understand speech, then all of a sudden you slowly, very, very slowly become not articulate. What is the word? You're literate. You can you can read. You can listen to crap. You can figure stuff out. You can become educated. You're not any smarter IQ-wise, but your body of intelligence rises. Your body of knowledge increases. And then all of a sudden you start to learn to read. Then you can seek out the truth for yourself. Then you can figure things out for yourself. Okay? All of that sets you up for the colossal, horrifying freak show that is being a fan of Penn State. Who the hell knew? I am a dog that can speak. Then I became a dog, obviously, that could hear. Then I became a dog that could read. I became better educated. And it would have been wonderful if my master, the man, maybe if he would have been a fan of like Patrick Mahomes, maybe if he would have been a fan of like a dynasty, like maybe the 49ers, they had a dynasty, looks like they're trying to get back to it. Maybe if you could have been with the Montreal Canadiens in the 1960s. Maybe if you could have been a fan of the New York Yankees throughout almost their history. New York Yankees went 31 years without a losing season. 31 years without a losing season. All right? It doesn't matter. If it so happens that you become an articulate, cognizant, intelligent dog, and your master happened to be a fan of the New York Rangers, and you won 2 Stanley Cups almost to the distance of your dog remembrance, I could go back to 1900. We won 2 Stanley Cups, all right? I mean, the New York Giants, I go through my dog remembrance, they sucked ass from the 60s straight through the 70s into the early 80s. Now they've been sucking ass since the mid-90s till now, all right? But if you're a fan of Penn State, you've had a couple national champions. You go back and review. You've had some scandalous activity that destroyed everything you ever worked for and got. And now all of a sudden you're trying to rebuild under Joe Franklin. But you turn around and you're 1-9. 1-9 in the last 10. Pray to God it's not going to be 1-10 in the last 11. And the Nittany Lions collect a fumble from the quarterback, return it for some 75, 80-yard touchdown. You're screaming to your horse. You believe in the Nittany Lions. You believe this is going to be the year. And what happens? It's called back on a penalty. And all of a sudden, all that inferiority, all that taste of loss comes back in your back of your throat like bile. Like you're burping up bile and you're choking on your own freaking esophagus. You realize that these Nittany Lions might break your heart. Listen, Nittany Lions, I'm an idiotic, stupid dog. You don't have to win. You could lose with dignity. You could win. You could almost win. You could have a great game, but you can't get your asses whooped, and you can't break my heart. Do not break my heart. Nittany Lions, I'm going to make this bold prediction right now that at this point in time, it's 3-3 in our year of the Lord, 2-23. The Nittany Lions are tied up, knotted up. Looks like they're going to go down by 7. Maybe, hopefully, they home to 3. Maybe it's going to be 6-3. Maybe it's going to be a 10-3. Here's the hard part. It should have been 10-3. The Nittany Lions, Penn State. Instead, it looks like it might be 10-3, Ohio State. I don't know. But this is what I'm going to say. Before we get to the end of the first half, I'm predicting that Penn State will win. Even though it's a fool's errand. It's a false hope. It's fool's gold. But yet I'll predict it. As a young stupid dog, I predict that Penn State will emerge victorious today. And once again, we will feel as though we're on the top of Nittany Lion with the flag of the cougar, whatever it is, the lion, waving blue and white in the atmosphere. And we will rejoice. And we will feel victorious. We will feel the love and the strength that comes from victory. Don't disappoint me. Don't break my heart. I predict that Penn State will emerge victorious today. And I will say from the bottom of my heart, even though I'm an idiotic, stupid dog that's been beaten down more times than I care to remember, we are Penn State. 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 We are